Hi guys, it's Not from San Jose Food Blog. Today we're going to talk about breast pumps, and specifically the models will be the Spectra S2, the Spectra M1, the Medela Harmony, and the compatible bottles for it. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to lay down some groundwork. My baby is 7 months old. He's been exclusively breastfed. I returned to work at 11 weeks and I started pumping 4 times a day. That's every 2 hours. And then when I get home, I breastfeed. I nurse 2 times and then that's it. He takes about 32 to 35 ounces of milk a day, and he takes 2 feedings of solids, 1 for lunch and 1 for dinner. And he sleeps through the night. So I go about 8 hours without pumping through the night. So first, let's talk about the Spectra S2. This one is nice and pink, very girly. It weighs about 3 pounds, which is not very heavy at all. It's not a square, it's kind of round, so it doesn't fit in your usual pumping bags, but I don't take it anywhere. This model needs to be plugged in all the time. It doesn't have a battery, so you need to remain near an outlet. In the beginning, when I was exclusively pumping, I used this 8 times a day. So it's been through a lot, and it's actually advertised as a hospital grade pump, which I think I don't know. I haven't used the Medela Symphony, which is the creme de la creme of pumps, and that's hospital grade. But this one it works very well. My supply is good, and the suction is not too hard. It's nice and gentle, just like a baby's motion. So I like it a lot. The flange looks like this. My criticism is that the bottles do feel a little cheap, and many people will say this. It's a Korean brand, I think. The numbers will rub off. Mine are still there, but they do feel cheaply made. The thread on this bottle, I don't know why it doesn't go all the way around. It's just 2 threads running on one side, 2 threads running on another side. So if you twist it on and it feels tight, but you're not sure, and you twist it again, you could untwist it. And then I have lost milk that way when it comes apart. And but it's not a big issue to me. I'm just more careful now that I know that that's what it does. The good thing about this is that it fits an AVENT bottle, and if you see in my last review, I love AVENT, so it works really well with my pump. I can pump straight into the bottle and feed this way, which I don't do anymore because I freeze my breast milk, but I could if I wanted to. So that's what I really love about this. So now to the pipes, to the hoses. I mean, they're just your standard plastic one. And then you add this attachment, one to the back, and then this goes in here. And then you just pump away. There are massage modes and different cycles and vacuum. There's a night light function on the Spectra S2, so I can pump at night, which is the only time that I use this now. I wake up at around 5:30 to go to work, and I pump for 30 minutes for that first session of the day because I had gone 8 hours without pumping through the night. So that's the only time I use the S2 now that I'm back at work. It only stays on for 30 minutes at a time. That's why I only pump for 30 minutes, which is actually a long time. You only need to go 10 to 15 minutes. I toggle back and forth between massage and the letdown mode. And I just do that as much as I feel like, or I actually just do it until I stop hearing the milk come out. Then I switch to the next function, and then it pulls more milk down. And then at 30 minutes, the machine will just turn off. And for me, that's how I know I'm done. I don't have to look at the timer or anything. But if you were hoping to, I don't know why you would go longer than 30, but let's say you wanted to, then you can just turn it back on. So the Medela bottles, I have Medela bottles, and I like the storage of the bottles better. Here's my Medela bottle. Much more secure right here. I have never lost any milk using this bottle, but it doesn't fit the Spectra, so it won't go in. I bought this attachment on Amazon, and I'll put a link below. It goes in like this, and then you put your hose in. I forgot what this is called, but anyway, you put it in, and then now your Medela bottles will work with your Spectra, and it's great. This is actually my ideal setup. I just only have one set of these, so I do switch back and forth between the regular Spectra bottles, and I don't have an issue with either one. So now let's talk about the Spectra M1. I used this when I went back to work at 11 weeks. Like I said, I pump 4 times a day, so this thing is in use quite a lot. It's a travel version of the Spectra pump, and I would say it's almost as good as the Spectra S2. The only problem, I get the same amount of milk as when I was pumping at home, but the only problem is I had to turn up the vacuum a little bit higher. The massage mode, I had to turn it up a little bit higher as well. So the only reason I'm getting that much milk is that I increased the power a little, which do make my breasts a little tender at the end of the day. Not too bad, nothing that's going to cause discomfort, but it's something I noticed between the power of the two machines. But again, this is a portable version. You can plug it into the wall and charge it up, and then you can remove this and it'll still work. So there, it's going. I have never actually drained the entire battery, so I don't know how long it goes. I want to say you can do 3 15-minute sessions, I think, or either that or it goes for 30 minutes. It has the same modes as on the Spectra S2. It's a little louder, but it's not. No one's really gonna know from the next room or anything if you're pumping at work. And it only weighs about 1.5 pounds, or maybe even lighter than that. It's very, very portable. It's a great model for carrying with you. But on that note, with portability, the best one is the Medela Harmony. And this is a manual, one side only breast pump. It's, I think, only about $25 to $30 for its price and for its function. I think it's very good. It does what you need. I only use this when I go to things like picnics or barbecues, anywhere where it's really inconvenient to duck away and, you know, put on the bra and everything to use the M1. This, if I were going on a far drive, then in the car I could just pump one side at a time. I mean, if we're going to be in the car for an hour, that's plenty of time to just pump away. It's very gentle. You can control the pace. It doesn't get as much, but any little bit counts, right? This is a really great emergency pump. I would put it in the diaper bag or in the car or anywhere. You never know when you're going to need to pump, and this helps a lot.